Hi, my name is Kat, a Free Librarian, and welcome to a new reading vlog. It is Thursday today, and I'm in the middle of way too many books, and I don't know how we got here, but this is where we ended up, so I'll show them to you real quick. So, I'll just go over them. First, I'm reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I'm 52% into this, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not loving it. It's not a new favorite by any means, but I'm having fun with it. It's just a quick and easy read. Um, and so it's nice for when I'm tired because then I can still read something. Um, and even if I miss like a little bit because my mind is wandering, it's still pretty easy to follow. So that's mostly when I'm reading this right now. Um, and just yeah, I mean, it's nothing very special, I feel like, but it's entertaining, so I am reading this. Then I'm also reading Raven 1, which is the first book in the Slaves series, which is a Belgian YA dystopian. This is a reread. I read this when I was a teenager. Um, and I'm really liking it. It's holding up really well. So it's in a world where the economy has collapsed, which has led through some, like in between steps to slavery being a thing again. And we follow a delicatus slave who is a sort of special kind of slave who's not meant to do like really labor, but they're more like status symbols. They're very expensive, they're very prestigious. Um, and trained to be good at music and art and all that stuff, and really beautiful and whatever. And so, uh, yeah, we follow her. And it's like I don't know how much more I can tell you because spoilers. But I am almost halfway through, and it's a super fast read. I mean, I just like those first 200 pages I've read in like a single evening. So it just reads super fast, which I mean, yes, it's a buddy read, which I always read a little bit faster, but even then, it's just so quick. I haven't been able to find an English translation of this, so I don't think there is one, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm really, really liking it. It is holding up so well, and just so many clever things in it that I hadn't noticed the first time around. So I'm really enjoying reading this. I'm also reading Do You Dream of Terra-Two, which is an adult sci-fi about, so they've discovered a new planet that is very similar to Earth in pretty much every single way. And so they send a group of people to um, go explore it and take a look there. And I'm not very far in, like only 40 pages. Um, but I am quite enjoying it. So yeah. This is a buddy read with reads with Rebecca Nicole. Um, for buddy reading this, I'll put our channel down below. Then yesterday I was cleaning up my space because I had friends over in the evening for my birthday, so I had to, tidy up and clean a bit and make sure everything was ready. And so I started an audiobook while doing that, which I don't listen to a ton of audiobooks, but sometimes I do. And I started Check and Mate by Hazelwood, which is a YA contemporary romance. It's chess related, so we follow um, this 18-year-old girl who used to be a chess prodigy, but then she sort of quit and she didn't really want to have anything to do with chess anymore, but through some circumstances, she ends up being pulled back into the world of chess. And then there's gonna be a romance. And I'm liking it. We have played chess with the who I assume will be the love interest, and it's interesting. So yeah, I'm liking it. I don't have much thoughts just yet. Just that it's again an easy listen, just fun, entertaining, and I'm liking it. Then technically, for completionist's sake, I'm also kind of reading The Dragon's Promise. I mean, I am like 10 pages in. So, like, am I really reading it? I don't know. I have been 10 pages in for like 2 weeks at this point, I think. But I did like that first chapter. I really liked being back in this world, so I do want to continue this. So yeah, I want to read more of this. I don't know if it will work this week, but maybe next week, because there's another book that I'm gonna have to start in this vlog because it's another buddy read, and that is Miss Benson's Beetle. So this is a historical fiction set in the 50s about this woman who quits her teaching job to try and find this type of beetle that she isn't even sure if it exists, and yeah, then things go from there. This is a buddy read with the reading nymph, and yeah, I'm really excited for it. We're going to be starting on Monday, so yeah, I expect that this will be a relatively easy and quick read, so I don't know, but we have a map, so that's always fun. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try as well. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while now, so I'm excited that we can finally get started with this. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I'm also participating in Bucket Listathon, and that I roll as I go. For these two, I've already sort of like paired with a roll. The other ones I haven't, but I kind of don't feel like rolling at this point, so I'll maybe do that tomorrow, and I'll just do a couple of rolls because I have one more that is like just series, that I don't really know if I want to make it continuous series or if I want to be able to count Raven 1 because it's the first book in a series. I don't know if I want to keep it as continuous series or if the first book in a series is okay for me too. I don't know. I think it'll depend on the rolls I get tomorrow. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow because I think I would also like, when I finish the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I do kind of want to start the second book in that series, which is in Bookstore, so that I can read the third book, The Christmas Tree Farm, in December. So maybe I'll just keep that one for the series and just not like finish the Pumpkin Spice Cafe first, because I think that as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna dive like straight into the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because like I need an ebook for On the Train. So you know, like my next ebook will be the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. But so yeah, that is all the beginning rambles out of the way. I am excited about my TBR, about what I'll be, or like about the books that I'm in the middle of and the one book that I'm going to start. And I'm excited about what this week will bring. So yeah, I will talk to you when I have an update. Bye. Hi, it's Friday, and I read some more of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. My e-reader tells me that I'm now 70% in, but I think that I'm a little bit further than that, because there's like a lot of stuff in the back, like an excerpt from the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, stuff like that, that I won't be reading because I'll just be reading the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore like right after this. So I'm not gonna read the excerpt first. A little weird. So it's actually like you have to take that out because like the ebook in the percentage obviously includes those. So I'm actually further than 70%. And this book is so weird. I don't get it. It's sometimes you'll get a chapter that is full of super cringy stuff, but like cringy in an entertaining way. And then we'll get like a whole chunk that is like just kind of cute and fun, and I'm invested in it, but it's not like, doesn't have those cringy lines in it. And then there'll come like one chapter that is again full of them, and it's so inconsistent, and I don't get it. It's weird. But I'm liking it. I don't know. I don't know what my feelings are about this book. But I guess they're positive. It's really weird. There's an alpaca named Harry Styles. Which, why? But then also there was stuff that is so, I don't know. This book confuses me a lot. But I do want to finish it. I'll probably finish it tomorrow because tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm just gonna take a day for myself, and I'll probably finish this or I'll be reading more of Raven 1. I think that'll be a lovely day. So yeah, that's this. I will dive into the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore straight after finishing this. Because I don't think that this is a series that if I stop reading it and take a break from it, I will ever continue. So I kind of want to do it now. So anyway, I told you that I was gonna roll today for a few books. So out of my current reads, I already have rolled for the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, also ready for the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and for Do a Dream of Terra-Two. I still need rolls for Raven 1, Check and Mate, The Dragon's Promise, and then probably also Miss Benson's Beetle because I'm going to be starting that on Monday. So let's roll. So my last time I landed on series, I also used a different mover thingy. I used a hair clip as just a stand-in, but now I got the snowman thingy, so I'm gonna use that. So my plan for this game is to now first pass through the life corner, so I have done that. And I think in my last vlog, last time I rolled, I said I'd already passed new releases, but I haven't. At least I don't think I have. I think I plan to, but then the next time I rolled, I thought I'd already done it, so I tend to pass here. So I'm gonna go through life and then go to new release. I think that's my plan right now. So let's roll. A 1, okay. Start a series, I guess I can use Raven 1 for that. So that is gonna be the one for that. I should probably, hang on, I'm gonna grab something to write down the colors. Okay, so I wrote it down real quick. And this is my second dark green spot. So if I land on the third, then I need to add an extra roll. So do 11 rolls instead of 10. So let's do another 3. Life. So what life is just some other goals that I have for myself that I want to do that are not reading related. I'll probably just for this do something for my birthday. You know, tomorrow, like celebrate with family or whatever. I've celebrated with friends as well on a Wednesday, so I guess I could count that too. So this is covered. Roll 7 already. Wow. 2. A treat for you. I don't know how I would define this. I think I'm just gonna do it as a mood read or something, like something that wasn't on my TBR. But I do want to read, maybe, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about that. Then roll 8. A 2 is a like TBR card, which is going to be a spinner wheel for me, and is the second green one. So I'll just spin right now to see what we get. Okay, I'll chat about that later, but I want to get our rolls finished first. So I'll roll again. A 3. I could go to Goodreads nominee, but that's the third dark green one, and I don't know if I want that, so maybe I'll go another TBR card. Let's do that. Spinner wheel. Okay, and then I guess it's roll 10, so I will have finished the game, but I still haven't gotten a few books on there, so let me... Okay, I could go hyped or favorite author. I guess I'll go with hyped, which I've landed on before, because then I can put on check and mate, because it's Allie Hazelwood, who I'd say is rather hyped. So, technically it's only 10 rolls, but I need to have passed through all the corners, and as I said, I haven't passed through new releases yet, so I'm gonna roll again and see if I can fit Miss Benson's Beetle on. 2. Okay, that didn't really... I don't think that works for Miss Benson's Beetle, because I don't think that came out this year. But I'll need to... Let me check real quick. Nope, 2020. So, I mean, I guess I can do how to solve your own murder for that, which is the book club pick for 2 book clubs I'm part of, and it came out this year. So I guess I finished the game then. I mean, I landed on 3 cloud, which is white, which is technically a color, so I had to add a roll, but I already did 11, so I don't know if I have to add another one. I'll think about that, but I'm not gonna roll right now because I've done too many now, so yeah. So I did quite a few rolls during that, and quite a few didn't give me much choice, and the ones that did were mostly books that, you know, I was already reading. So I have this one, which was for my 5th roll of Start a Series, which this is the first book in a series. So I'll just count this one, then I can, you know, finish it and have it done. And then I had a life spot, which, I mean, I I already said tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm gonna do birthday things. I guess that works for life. Then a treat for me, which I don't know what I'm gonna have that be yet. Maybe if there's another book that I just suddenly really feel the urge to read, I'm gonna pick that up, like as a type of mood read, but I don't have to do that right now, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for it, or maybe I'll just, yeah, I don't know. I could also, it doesn't have to be bookish, that one. That can also be like, like buy a pastry for myself, or I don't know. I'll think about what I want to do for that, because I'm not sure now. But those two, like, didn't really give me any book prompts, and I needed to get 4 books on here. So, yeah, and then I got 2 TBR card prompts, which, I mean, were books that I want to read, but didn't really help me with these 4 books, because I got The Examiner by Janice Hallett, which I can't read yet. I have to wait until my hold comes in from the library. So, yeah, at least that works towards the goal that I had to read, like, my library TBR down. And then I have Nettle and Bone, which I am not going to hold up, because right now you're sitting on top of a stack of books, and Nettle and Bone is one of those, so I'm not gonna do that. But that is the book club pick from last month, actually, over in Andrew Watson's Discord, and I still haven't gotten to it, and I want to. So yeah, I'm gonna, but I'm not gonna start it right now, because I'm already reading too many books, and you know what? I don't need to become Cleo. I can just not read literally everything at the same time. So I'm gonna wait until I've finished a couple of things. Then I have Hyped, which works perfectly for Jack and Maid, so got that one covered. And then for a new release, I got the book club pick for Reading Names Book Club, and then the Evil Mind Research Group. They both have the same book as a book club pick, so I kind of need to read it this month. And that, I got an email last night that my hold for that came in. I got like at 10 p.m. and like, what library sends emails for like holds that came in, physical holds, at 10 p.m.? That was really weird. So yeah, I guess I finished the game now, but another requirement for herd mode is that at least half of the books you fit on have to, or at least half of your rolls have to contribute to your goal, which is that like spreadsheet library TBR that I showed you. So let's count. I have Swimming Against My Café, Cats for that, Deirdre of Terra-Two, Simban Bookstore, The Examiner, and that's it. So that's only 4 out of the 11. So I haven't really finished it, right? Because that's not half, so I'm gonna do it that I have to add more rolls. So that, like I can make sure that half of the books fit that. That way I can stretch it, because I finished it way earlier than I thought I would. I thought that I would need the entire 2 months. I mean, I still have quite a few books that I haven't read yet and have to finish. I mean, I haven't finished that much, but like, I thought it would take me longer. I'm surprised that I'm here this early. So yeah, I'm gonna have to add a few rolls until half of my books fit that goal. I decided that for myself right now. Anyway, this clip is already way too long, so I'm gonna leave you. Bye. Hi, it is Tuesday, and I have quite a few updates. So let's get into them. let's start with Raven 1. I finished this, which wasn't surprising. This reads so fast. I mean, it's a 500-page book that I read in 2 days, which is insane. I mean, I have read like the first half in 1 day and then haven't read it for a little while and then read the second half in 1 day. But you know what I mean. Which is really fast for me. I usually don't read that. Like 250 pages on a single day is a lot for me. I don't read that much usually. And I really liked it. As I already mentioned, it is actually quite smart in a lot of ways, and it holds up a lot better than I thought. Are there a couple of things that are a little unrealistic? Yes. But I don't mind. I'm definitely enjoying this. There's some sort of found family element in the back, which in the latter half, which I really enjoyed. We have like some survival story thing that I liked. And yeah, there were quite a few things that I couldn't remember anymore. But this was great, and just the like one of the themes of this book was sort of freedom, and even if your body isn't free, your mind still can be, and even if you are unable to prevent your body from being enslaved, you can still do anything within your power to keep your mind free. I like that a lot. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to become like a rebellion story. I find it very interesting, like the very, very extreme capitalist society that we have here. Like where you can totally see how we get to this place. Also because it's at quite far in the future, so like there is enough time for all these things to happen, because that's sometimes a little bit of a thing in dystopian books. If they're set too much in the near future, then it becomes unrealistic because of the timing. But now we have a lot of time for this to develop and a lot of time to have it so that the system that is in place can solidly remain in place, have been going for a little while. So like be like solidly ingrained in the way society works at this point. So yeah, I really liked it. So many references to a lot of things, which was really fun to spot. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really want to read a book 2, which is Dante 1, because this series is, each of the books is single POV, but the series is dual POV, where the books alternate. I'm quite excited for that, but that'll probably have to wait until 2025. Not because I don't want to read it sooner, but just because realistically that probably won't happen. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I finished this. It was fun. Then I also finished the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore, which, yeah, most of my thoughts on that I already told you. Like, it's really weird where there'll be some really cringe parts and then like whole things where it's like not that cringe or like not in the same way. And then we have like again a chapter that is like cringy line after cringy line, and it's so weird that it's so uneven in that regard. I don't know. Um, but I read it and I kind of enjoyed it when I was reading it. It was fun and easy and kind of entertaining. Um, but I can't really say that I was ever truly invested. Like I could have quit at any given time and be fine with it. Um, I mean, in the sense that like I wasn't dying to ever pick it back up to know how the story continued. I just needed something to read. Either just something easy because I was tired, or just something like an ebook because I wasn't at home. Like I usually read this when I was on a train or waiting for something or whatever. So then an e-reader is just easier to take with me than a physical book. So that is mostly where my reading came from, but not because I was necessarily very invested. Um, so yeah, I think I give it 3 stars. Um, or maybe 2.5. I'm not sure. One of the two. Um, it was okay. Um, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it either. Then I decided to dive right back into the second book, which is Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. And I got to the 15% mark of that. And I just super wasn't invested. I didn't care. My mind just kept wandering, and I would miss entire chapters and just not care enough to go back. So that I took that as a sign to like maybe I should quit and DNF this book. So yeah, I did that. I maybe want to try the third one, which is a Christmas story from, because with Christmas romances, a lot of the time I read them for the Christmas vibes anyway. Like they don't necessarily need to be good, for me to enjoy them. So I might still read that. I'll give it a try. But also if I don't like it, I can still DNF it, of course. So yeah, that is all that I finished. So I had Borgermans Café, which was for a hyped book that I finished for Bucket List on. Then Raven One, which was for the Start a Series prompt. So I've also completed that. And then the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore was for the like the corner, the series corner. So I took that as continuous series, but since I only got to 15%, I decided to replace that book with another book that fit that prompt. And so I'll be reading Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. The second book in the Heartstopper series. It is a graphic novel. Like it was initially a webtoon, was then published as a graphic novel. I liked the first one. I feel like I'm not as in love and obsessed with the series as I feel like a lot of people on the internet are. But I enjoyed the first one, so I want to see how the story continues. And it's just, the first one was just pretty wholesome, and like I kind of smiled my way through it. Which my brain, like the headspace I'm in, kind of need right now. Because I'm very stressed out at the moment. So I think that this will be good for my brain today. So I am planning on just reading this today. So I'll do one more clip in this vlog tonight when I will probably have finished this because it's a graphic novel. It reads critically. And that'll be the end of this vlog. So I'll get to reading this and I will talk to you tonight. Bye. Okay, so it's Tuesday evening, and as promised, I finished Heartstopper Volume 2, and this was wonderful. I remembered liking the book 1 and thinking that book 1 was cute, but I'd forgotten just how cute and how lovely and wonderful, and this is exactly what I needed right now, so I'm really happy I read this. Like, I was literally like, like making sounds while I was reading this because like, oh, it was it was cute, and just very wholesome, and I loved it. I mean, there is, like a part of this that is like about bullying and stuff, which wasn't great. I mean, that wasn't cute, but it just the overall thing is like, no, just so lovely and wonderful and heartwarming, and I don't think this is a series that I would want to be reading all the time, but every once in a while I think that this could be something that my brain craves, so which it did now, so then I'll keep this series for then. It's very slice of life, like you don't need to remember many details from the previous one to read this, so yeah, I really liked it. I'm gonna give 5 stars. And that's the end of the reading vlog. It was quite an eventful one. I finished Raven 1. I finished the Pumpkin Spice Café. I started the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and DNF'd it. I started Heartstopper Volume 2 and finished it. And I read some of Do Dream of Terra-Two, but not a ton. But I think I'd already started before this reading vlog, so it's not a book I started. But I read some more of it. So I am very happy with what I accomplished. I think. Oh no, Check and Mate! I forgot about Check and Mate. I started that one too. So yeah, a pretty solid, filled vlog with a lot of things. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Let me know if you've read any of these, and what you read in the past week. And I will see you in another video. Bye!